Is balance 50% rice, 50% stew? Is it 50% gari, 50% granite? Is it 50% ketchup, 50% hot dog? Like, what are we talking as balance? Yalla, yalla, my people, my people. Welcome to Can We Talk? I'm so happy to have you here. It's exciting times. I've been getting some more questions, and I'm really happy about that. Don't forget that you have the opportunity to ask these questions and actually get them answered. I promise I'm not a snob. I will get them answered as soon as I can. And one question that came in from someone just honestly trying to get an idea of things was, how do you balance it all, Pastor Kenneth? Like, how do you balance everything that you get to do? And I've heard people tell me this many times that, oh, I feel like, just recently someone from my secondary school reconnected and said I look so put together. I've always looked like that. I always look like I have everything figured out. And in my mind, one part of my brain was like, ha 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 ha. The other part of my brain was, God bless you, brother. Blessings. So, like, to be honest with you, I get it, and many people are like that. Sometimes, and maybe social media has helped to drive that narrative. You put your best foot forward many times. You can be authentic, but at the same time, you kind of filter the authenticity, and you put only what people you feel like people need to see, your best parts. And so maybe that adds to it. But I can tell you categorically, I don't have it all figured out. I'm not always put together. And maybe comparatively, it might seem like that and might be true in that way, maybe compared to others. But honestly, it's been a long journey of trying to figure things out, of not knowing what next, of uncertainty, of questions, of doubt, of high times or low times. It's been a mix of all of that. But I'll just tell you what I've done that I think works. I'll also tell you the things that I'm involved in, just to give you another picture of things that are going on in my life. All right, before I get into that, I want to beg you, I'm being humble. I'm not even putting my best foot forward now. Please subscribe. Please, Ejo, please. For the family, for me, for us. Subscribe. Subscribe. Thank you. Hit the bell notification as well so you get to know more when we drop new videos. God bless you. All right, so how do I balance it all? Here are some of the things that I'm involved in, top of my head. So currently, of course, this channel, which is dear to me, I'm working to building more content, doing more out of the ordinary things. I have some very great ideas that I can't wait for you to start to see them. I have interviews in the pipeline that I would like to run. So just to help, give to lend my voice and share my voice in the conversations that are happening around the world, especially towards God's people. So that's what this channel is for. So I'm involved with that. I pastor a church in Lagos, Nigeria, a beautiful church of amazing people. I have no regrets pastoring them. I love them to bits, and I know that they love me. So I'm also doing that while I'm, doing my thing by day on the weekend, and on Thursdays I am putting out fires and I'm saving the day at church. Then I also work in 9 to 5 at a global multinational in the FMCG industry, the FMCG distributor space. So I work in my 9 to 5 there in trade marketing, leading a department there. So it's really exciting times. That's currently as we speak at the point of this filming. We don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, that's how it is for now. So there's 9 to 5. I run 3 businesses currently. 2 have lifted off the ground. One is in process. One of the things I'm working on is Threader, which is a urban fashion movement that just gives you the right level of expression and luxury feel to everything that you wear. It's phenomenal. We have new things coming your way at threader.store, www www.threada.store. Yes. I won't mention the name yet of the one in progress, but the other business that is off the ground is a consulting business. So I help people to improve their customer success teams, to hire new talent, and it's something that's just a passion of mine, and it's monetized, so it's bringing in some cash flow. So I'm happy about that. Um, what else do I do? I write music. I'm just even at the time of today, I'm going to a studio to record some songs. Um, I do spoken word poetry as well. I've put that a bit on the back burner for a while, but I'm actively still writing. I do collaborations as well with some people, write for them, write songs, write pieces as well. So that happens on the side. I'm a husband. I think that has to be part of that. It's very important work. I'm a husband, and it's out of all these things I've mentioned, it's probably my favorite thing to do. Um, yes, baby, welcome. And what else am I involved in? What else do I do? I'm sure I do stuff. Yeah, but that kind of ties these things together as per what I do currently. Oh, yeah, I'm working on, how could I forget? I'm working on a couple of book projects. I've written about 4 books so far that have been published. One is in, two of them are in the pipeline, but one I'm currently writing about right now. I'll let you know how that goes and when it's going to. It's most likely going to be released early next year. And then I'm also involved in a global apostolic missions organization that focuses on global missions and building church communities around the world called Genesis Collective. So this is kind of things I do on a day to day. I also offer counseling services. I have a diploma in counseling and therapy. So I'd also do that on the side. So far, I don't charge, but I do offer those services to couples, to individuals alike. Yeah, that's kind of how things are. And so I know when people ask me this question of how do you balance it all, I always say it depends on what you mean by balance. What is balance to you? Is balance 50-50? Is balance 50% rice, 50% stew? Is it 50% Gary, 50% granite? Is it 50% ketchup, 50% hot dog? Like, what are we talking as balance? And I believe the right way to define balance is prioritizing the right things at the right time in the right proportions. Prioritizing the right things at the right time and in the right proportions. So, right things, right time, right proportion. For some time, like if you are doing 50-50 Gary and granuts, guess what? You're eating granuts, you're not eating Gary. Let's be honest, that's what you're doing. Just sprinkles of Gary, but you're eating granuts. So it's more about proportion, right proportion at the right time. So what I do, I'll just share 3 points of what I do currently to balance the things that I do. Number one, I create systems. I know you hear it all the time. It's almost cliche. In fact, the most popular quotes we probably have had in the past 2 years is by James Clear. When he talks about you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. I know it sounds cliche, but guess what? Cliche is not always wrong, and cliche is not always ineffective. It is true. I have 3 types of systems. 3 types. Number one, delegation systems. Number two, accountability systems. Number three, productivity systems and tools. So delegation systems is what can I automate? In the simplification process, you need to, it's called ART. The simplification process is an acronym called ART. You automate, you reduce, or you terminate. If you want to simplify the work you do, you have to do either of these 3 things. What can I automate such that I don't have to be the one doing it? Someone else or something else does it for me. And that's where delegation comes in. What do I need to reduce? Maybe right now this is a lot, let me just reduce it. Or do I just stop it altogether because it's not productive, giving any return on investment? So delegation systems, what can I pay? Who can I pay? What service can I pay for that solves all the stress that I have to go through doing? So for example, doing this channel, doing it all by myself before, having to set up, record, do everything. I used to do that for a long time until I decided to have someone over to do it. And even now, someone else is managing it so well and excellently. And I just find out that, look, this helps me to prepare, show up, record, and I go. In terms of the businesses I run, I can't do everything myself. So I've had to hire some people who would do the work that I want them to do. So it's it's delegation. That's a delegation system. Who can do it better? And running church, I promise you, there was a time that while we were still a fellowship, I remember I would arrange the chairs, sweep the floor of the room. I would do opening prayer, opening worship, teach, do announcements, close. And I didn't mind doing that. I'm not the kind of person that likes to stress people. I want people to volunteer themselves, and even at that, I'm still not always comfortable with people helping. I'm doing better because that's the only way to sustainably grow and make impact. So there are many things in church and in the administration of church I don't even do. I just overview, supervise, review, approve, and things move, right? Building those structures of delegation. There's the accountability system that I've built. Who are the people that know about your goals? Who are the people that know what you're working on? I know that you know this as well, that it's not everyone you tell your goals and your plans and your visions, not just for nefarious reasons that they might have or ulterior motives, but because there's a psychological satisfaction that comes in sharing a goal that you've not even yet achieved. The fact that you said it, there's this satisfaction that is released that, oh, I've already said it, so it feels like I've accomplished it. So there are times where you need to not just share with everyone, share with those who can pester your life, who can push you and say, oh God, how far? This thing is 3 weeks now, you've not done it, oh. You're not serious, oh. But that's it up, oh. You need that in your life. People that can call you to order to make sure that the things you plan to do that are essential are being done in the right time and the right proportions. And productivity tools. So set alarms, right? Things that remind you. Pay for a service that handles all of this. So for example, instead of cleaning your house, pay for a service, a subscription that someone comes every once in a while to clean the house on your behalf so you can do more productive stuff. I promise you there is no reward for washing plates except clean plates. There's no reward for sweeping floor. You're not a better man or a woman because you do that. So if you can outsource it, why not? Why not? That's not slave away, right? That's not waste time on things that are not so productive if you can afford to do that. So those are the kind of systems I've created, and I've found it to be so helpful in helping to manage the things that I do currently. Um, Second of all, I rely on God. That's the second thing I do. Aside from creating system, I rely on God. See, there's such a tangible energy that God supplies, a tangible grace. And I can't deny it. I'll be honest to tell you, the things that I do, I know it's not my strength that is fueling it. I know there's an anointing of consistency and strength I've received that is fueling me, that is moving me to do the things I do. I know and I recognize it. That's why Paul writes in Romans 12, says, let each do according to the grace that they have been given. Discern the grace you've been given and work with the grace. Don't overdo and don't underdo. If you don't work up more abundantly than they all, if the grace to do more abundantly was given, you've taken the grace of God in vain. So both ways, what is your capacity right now? And how can God help you grow that capacity as you go, right? But make no mistake, it's a tangible force. Ephesians 3:16 says that he will grant you, according to the riches of his glory, to be strengthened with might through his spirit in the inner man. See, the workings of the Spirit are just as it was of old. That literally a man like Samson, a man like you and me, can receive such supernatural strength that literally in his muscles, he can tear apart a lion's mouth. He can tie many foxes and light their tails on fire. He can break a huge gate, in a wall, and do all these supernatural things, or break the two pillars and crumble the entire, courtroom. Like, that is the same spirit upon Samson that is upon us as believers now. The same spirit that enabled Elijah to run faster than chariots. It's the same spirit that we have now. Make no mistake, it's real. It's a tangible force. You can't see it, but you just notice when you've asked the Lord to strengthen you by his spirit, you just realize, truly, truly, there is new strength. I feel it. And truly the Lord said it in scriptures, the joy of the Lord is your strength. There is strength in basking in God, in trusting in God. Those that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. It is real, it is true, it is tangible. This is what keeps me going and helps me to manage all that I am doing. The last point is to self diagnose. Are you healthy? This is a question I always ask myself. Am I prioritizing the right things at the right time? Do I need to pace myself? Do I need to be more aggressive? Do I need to accelerate some more? Do I need to pump the brakes here? Do I need to be more like just being self aware helps me a lot to self diagnose so that I know what things to put. It's like you're a chef. You have this six pots, be six knob, I think they call them hobs rather. This six hob gas cooker, and you have things that are cooking. And sometimes some things need to go to the back burner. They're not so necessary now. You put them on low heat, but make sure you're always feeding the things you put in the back burner somehow. If it's research, if it's money, if it is time, you're just feeding those things that you're not really putting in the core hot spots right now, but you're still feeding them so they don't die out altogether. But then you start to say, okay, this one is almost done. Let me increase the heat so that I fully get this meal cooked. You cook it and you take it off altogether, you're done. The one in the back burner can now take that space. You increase the heat again. It's a game of management, right? It's a game of thrones. Who's going to sit on the throne at this point in this time in terms of the responsibilities that I have? So self-diagnose, be self-aware, have these structures and systems you put in place. They will save you, I promise you. It's not cliche, it is true. And rely on God. He provides the strength. He gives the wisdom. And God can cancel your plans at any time. That's the best thing about it. God can just say, you know what, all this your many things you're doing, just stop. I want you to do one thing and leave everything. Go leave your father's house. Go to a place I'll show you. God loves to disrupt our plans, and we should be willing to allow that. I hope this helped. I hope it doesn't seem like I have everything all together. That's the last thing I want you to think. I'm figuring out many things as I go. I need as much counsel as you do. I need guidance as much as you do as well. I don't have it all figured out. And I think that's what makes the journey excited. I think everyone God has used for his glory never always knew the very next step to take. A lot of it was experimental. A lot of it was taking trials and experiments in good faith and hoping that our faith aligns with God's will. That's what it is. That's what the Christian journey is. That's what life in general is. You wing it till you swing it. Yeah, I don't know if that works as a quote, but you get the point, right? Just pace yourself, don't rush. And again, if I'm doing 12 things, doesn't mean if you're doing just 3 things that are valuable and important, doesn't mean you are less than or you're less productive than I am. And doesn't mean someone who's doing 25 things is more productive than I am. Everyone has the grace and the capacity that they have to do the things they need to do. We should be comfortable. We should celebrate. We should be content with those things. And then we should make sure we execute with excellence every time. I hope that helps you. I hope that helps give you some clarity as well. Please don't forget to subscribe. I'll be sharing more things in terms of productivity as well on this channel. So stay tuned. And we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.
Look. Pretty, isn't it? Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Too much to one side or the other.